Alright, so I figured the first vlog, if I should learn the damn nomenclature first, but the first vlog I should make should be on me being in the Navy, because, you know, guys are young and they like motorcycles, might go into the military or something, have some questions, who knows. So I'll try to keep it short. I can totally rant on it, since it's been like the last almost 2 years of my life. Been in the Navy. What we'll start with is how you sign up. Pretty easy. What you want to do is make sure you have a lot of your paperwork in order. Birth certificate. You should already have a Social Security card. If you've been driving a while, you might want to do a tally on how many tickets you have. Or if you want to be really smart and you know you have tickets, or open tickets anyway, you want to make sure you get those all paid and closed out and everything, because background checks will pick up on any open tickets, and that is definitely frowned upon. And you just go into a recruiting station and they'll sit you down, talk to you for a little bit, and they'll kind of get an idea, see how serious you are, and put you on a practice ASVAB. If you've been out for as long as I was out of school. I was out of school for, Jesus, I don't know, 7 years before I joined. I joined at 26. So, you take your practice ASVAB, and they look at that score as a basis of what your real score will be. Your real score is usually like 10 points higher, 10, 20 points than the practice one, because for whatever reason the practice one is super hard compared. And if you really get a decent score, or at least a decent score in their eyes, they'll get all excited, and they'll be trying to streamline you through. After that, if you haven't already met your specific recruiter, you'll meet them, and they'll set you up to go to MEPS, which is what everybody's afraid of. Whenever people are joining the military, everybody does MEPS videos, what's going to disqualify me, stuff like that. This is where you learn your first big lesson in the Navy. It's going to sound like I'm telling you to do something wrong, and they're going to tell you the same thing. But don't volunteer information. If it says, have you ever been hospitalized for a head injury, or you had major surgery or something like that? If you fell out of a tree when you were a kid and bumped your head, no one cares. You didn't go psychotic yet. You didn't murder your family. No one cares. So you should be good on that. You don't have to say anything about it. By all means, if you have like a major surgery and your knee was blown out or something, you may want to say something, because trust me, that's going to come back to haunt you. But you go to MEPS. First thing you do at MEPS at like 6 in the morning. Let's take the ASVAB. You may be a genius. I flew through it and finished within 30 minutes, I want to say. Bad idea. Terrible idea. The reason for that is, in the Navy, military in general, you're going to learn about hurry up and wait. I may have finished in 30 minutes, but I couldn't do the next step until everybody was done. So I was sitting in a lobby about to piss myself, because you have to take about 50 billion piss tests in the military. So I was about to piss myself this whole time, and I'm just holding it in the freaking lobby. For a good 2 hours, I was holding this piss. It's terrible. So they finally got done with that, and we went and you just start the medical screening. It's, they take your blood, see if you have AIDS. You might want to tell them if you have AIDS before you get there. It's kind of important. You do like the duck walk and that crap. Everybody's always freaking out about the duck walk. It is nothing. You literally, you kind of crouch and walk. It's not even the true duck walk when I did it. So that's nothing huge. An old man, well, in my case, an old man looked at my booty. He had me spread my cheeks. Most unnerving moment. No, that hasn't happened since I joined the Navy. Alright? Dude had me spread my cheeks. He didn't poke anything, but he was kind of looking. It freaked me out, having an old man staring at my ass. And I'm talking like this dude should have been dead, kind of old. But, you go through that. It's whatever. And then, I think I just did a big circle. Oh well. And the next step after that is more waiting. It's going to take all day. So you sit around waiting, and then you go to what's called a detailer, and that's where you pick your job. Now, no matter what anybody tells you, because your recruiters are going to tell you otherwise, no matter what anybody tells you, do not agree to something you don't want to do. Most recruiters will tell you when you go in there, don't leave without a job because it's going to be too hard to get you back and blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. If you don't like the jobs that are available right now, or they try to give you some horse shit, you're going to have to wait too long, no, just leave. If you just say, never mind, they'll freak out. The military is hurting, not hurting for people right now, but still, good recruits with high ASVABs, and all that are still hard to come by because, go to school, something else. You can do something else. But don't sign a piece of paper that's going to sign away your life to the U.S. government for 4, or in my case, 5 years for a job that you're not going to want to do. So, and also don't have any stupid fantasies. You're not going to be a damn fighter pilot because those are officers first off. So if anybody tells you otherwise, they're full of it. And yeah, on that too, if you can be an officer, if you can go to OCS, don't listen to anybody. Go to OCS. Go talk to the recruiting office for officers. It is different than the enlisted one. So go do that. And make tons more money than I do. And go be an officer. Trust me, it's a better life. At least I'm sure it is. I mean, you got more bureaucracy dealing with nonsense like that. But in the long run, it is a better life. Now, after all said and done, you get your job. They're going to tell you how long it's going to take for you to go to boot camp. It may be anywhere from a week, 2 weeks, a month. I've heard of some guys waiting damn near a year. Well, they were in school, so high school. Wow, that's definitely a crosswalk, lady. And it's not that bad. You just wait, and then let me fast forward. Nobody cares about depth meetings and stuff where you just go and say the sailor's creed and this and that. Look at that dude with his mad skills. And you go and don't know where the street goes. Once you go to boot camp, what's going to happen is you're going to probably sleep in a hotel for a night. You're going to have some people tell you some stuff you don't care about. And in the morning, you're going to wake up bright and early. They're going to feed you. Eat as much as you can. Trust me. Or don't. If you're pushing the borderline for being fat in the Navy, they will straight up tell you you're fat. If you're pushing the line and you got to get measured and stuff, then don't eat. Skip it. And you can pass the rope and choke. After you do that, go ahead and go in, and they'll put you on a bus with all the other new recruits. And all of you will go down to the airport together, and you'll fly to O'Hare Airport, I want to say, in Chicago, near Chicago. It's in that area. You'll probably waste. This is going to take all day. I mean, I started at 6 a.m. and I wasn't at boot camp until 1 a.m. of the next day. I was about to say the same day. Don't freak out. If you haven't been away from home, embrace it. It's going to be a new thing for you. It's cool. But when you get there, don't expect anyone to be nice to you. And definitely don't give anyone any attitude. You will instantly regret giving someone attitude. Especially if they're in your division, because that's just going to suck. Don't plan to sleep for... since that morning before the plane ride, don't plan to sleep for at least a day or two after that. At least a day. Very least a day. Come on, light. Jesus. I'm about to just turn left. And you'll go there and you will instantly start processing. They'll give you your phone call. That is not, don't take what anybody tells you that, oh yeah, they'll give you 2 minutes. No, you get about 30 seconds. I called my parents, because, that's what 26-year-olds do. I called my parents just to let them know I got there. Freaking dad didn't answer. So, I didn't expect him to call him at 1 in the morning. So that was my phone call. I got the voicemail. I was like, well, shit. And the dude's like, nope, that's done. Hang up. and you immediately shuffle into a room and take more piss tests, and you get issued your initial equipment. Now, I will tell you the easiest way to get through boot camp. I'm gonna have to sound like everybody else. I'm not gonna spoil boot camp for you. But the easiest way to get through boot camp, very simple. Wake up early, earlier than you need to, guys, because you gotta shave every day, and never use your blankets. You'll understand when you get there. And just shut up and do what they tell you. That's it. Don't argue. Just shut up. Do what they tell you, exactly how they tell you. If you do what they tell you and then they yell at you, just, well, that guy told me to do it that way, and then they can't yell at you anymore. Don't be afraid to say something if something's wrong. If you get issued, if your boots are too small or something like that, open your mouth, hey, this isn't right, and get that fixed. And that's really all it is to get through boot camp. Now, if you're an E3 going in, then just don't say anything, don't do anything. Just do the bare minimum. You're not going to get cookies for being better than everybody else. By the way, the cookies in the galley are amazing. If you're an E1 or an E2, I would suggest volunteering for jobs. I went in as an E1 in boot camp, and by the time I got out of boot camp, I was an E2, which some people can make it up to E3 from E1. They must have busted their butts more than I did. But I was the head PO, which is the guy that oversees everyone that cleans the toilets. And I later volunteered to become the laundry PO, which is a double-edged sword. Laundry PO, you get to sleep in there sometimes. You don't get caught. Everybody talks about it. But you also get to see the skid mark of the week, as we call it, the streak of the week. I kid you not, there are some people that don't know how to wipe their ass that join the military. It is disturbing. And you gotta live with these guys for 30 days.